All right, think about this for a second. Imagine someone stealing your identity, using it to buy a car, then to add insult to injury, the thief then racks up hundreds of dollars in parking tickets. Our I-team recently revealed this ID theft ring, and now a well-known actor says it happened to him too, and he's now having trouble getting those tickets dismissed. So, of course, he turned to our consumer investigator, Randy Mack.
If this was in a script, I would read it and I'd say, this is so stupid. We have to rewrite this. Nobody would believe this. Truth is absolutely stranger than fiction.
And Michael Cudlitz knows something about fiction.
Dun, dun, dun. No, I was like, no.
A veteran actor in film and television shows like Southland and The Walking Dead, he's seen his share of plot twists.
First off, I can't believe it. It's bureaucracy at its complete worst.
But nothing like the drama playing out in his real life. He says it started with a call last March from LAPD detectives working cases on narcotics and stolen cars.
One of the cars that they were tracking, they ran the plate, and it came back as me as the owner.
According to police reports, the car was a Mercedes, purchased at Sports Trend Auto Sales in Sherman Oaks.
The car was never registered because I never registered the car. I never owned the car.
Cudlitz filed an identity theft report with LAPD. He also obtained copies of the stolen car report that notes an arrest of a man who is not Cudlitz. Police observed getting in the car and starting it up, as well as a report stating the car had been impounded and recovered by the dealership. Shortly after all of this, Cudlitz received 2 parking citations from the LA Department of Transportation, totaling $642. He says he turned over the tickets and all the reports proving his identity was stolen to LADOT.
Somehow that is not enough for me to prove that my identity was stolen and it was not my car.
In this letter to Cudlitz, LADOT says its review of his case found insufficient evidence supporting your claim of identity theft.
What more proof do you need than proof?
You need to pay this. If you don't pay it, this is going to happen.
As the I-team reported last week, the same thing happened to Yolanda Dorsey. Her identity was stolen and a BMW purchased in her name that received multiple tickets in the 14,600 block of Galt Street in Van Nuys. The car purchased in Cudlitz's name was found in the same block. LAPD says this is not a coincidence. They suspect a theft ring is working in the valley. In Dorsey's case, the I-team resubmitted her reports and a letter from BMW to LADOT, which reversed its decision and said it would refund her money. We did the same for Cudlitz, and in an email to the I-team, LADOT says when the motorist contested the citation, they did not present the required documentation. LADOT lists those documents as a valid police report for identity theft, a copy of a valid identity theft affidavit, or documentation from a credit service, IRS, or other official government form. Cudlitz says, so much for innocent until proven guilty.
This has become my job to prove that was not my car, as opposed to their job to prove that it was my car.
Cudlitz can certainly pay the fine, but he says he's speaking out for 2 reasons. 1, to bring attention to the fact that LADOT is initially ignoring reports from the LAPD regarding identity theft and stolen cars, and 2, to bring some light to the fact that anyone can be a victim of identity theft, and he says they shouldn't be treated as criminals because of that. We are still waiting to see if LADOT will review his case. In Chino Hills, I'm Randy Mack for NBC4 News.